Good morning, folks. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. We're celebrating 2 years as being business owners. Our business is raising these critters here. Registered American bucking bull cattle. Scratches over my shoulder. I think he just wants some loving this morning. What do you think, Bubbers? Everybody's been kind of lazy today, including me. Not this one though. Got a big day of choring. I think we're gonna run to the hardware store and get stocked up on some supplies, maybe a couple things for some projects. Let's see what happens today. Follow us along. It's been fun. Moments like this right here. Scratches is jealous. He's so fat. Hey, Bo. Who's a big guy, huh? He still can be kind of honored, but he sure likes his scratches. We're pretty unoriginal about naming them scratches, aren't we? He's been turned out for almost 90 days now. Hopefully he's got the job done. I'm not sure. Sedona gave him a good whack, it looks like, down here in his withers. Would you call that the withers, I guess? Or hip?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little
His
tender
flank.
there.
Let's call it his flank.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, hi, Sedona.
This would be his withers, silly.
Sedona still doesn't accept the loving that these two do. She'll take it from afar. You pretty girl. Yeah, you pretty girl. Hi, sweetie. Hi. She's like, you're not scratching at me. Hi. You're so good girl. Yeah. Zoom out a little. Easy girl. No, don't you be shaking your head at me, silly. These are pretty girls. Yeah. You gonna drink my coffee? Hmm? It's the last of the pot. Don't contaminate. Silly girl. You think so, huh? We got plenty of chores to get done. Always something to do. We still got pens to muck. Daily chore. Easy, but part of the life.
Luckily I did it last night.
Huh?
Luckily I did most of it last night.
Good. And I did it yesterday morning too.
Mm-hmm.
Betty's doing a lot better. Her stone bruise seems to be healing pretty good. She hasn't been limping like she was. She's about ready to go back to normal probably.
You want to say hi to everybody, Betty?
Pretty girl. Pretty girl. My sweet baby.
See if she'll pick her feet up for us. Lift. My so good girl.
Good girl.
A little dirty. We'll get those picked out later. You can put it down. She's gonna hold it for me. Good girl. So as we've mentioned before, this is Sim 70H. He's by a lightning rod son out of a Showtime granddaughter, going back to the great Mossy Oak Mudslinger. He was actually our second purchase, but he was the first one to come home on our farm, and that was a great day. It's been an adventure ever since. Rainbow Pinhead. It's kind of a spontaneous purchase. She is a hustler granddaughter, going back to Playboy Skull. We purchased her and her sister partner, whatever you want to call her over there. We thought they were bred to the same bull, but they're actually out of two different bulls. Sedona here and Rainbow Pinhead were purchased to keep Wildflower company during weaning. So yeah, that was last winter. They spent time down in the bottom together. All wintered fine. And we'll do it the same this year, hopefully with babies in their belly. So starting out, we purchased a 3-in-1 from Bonsall Bucking Bulls out of Kansas. That would have been Rosie's Honey, Wildflower Honey, and she was bred to calve for us in 2022. So that would have been last spring or midsummer is what we were hoping. But unfortunately, we experienced our first loss as business owners, as Rosie unfortunately aborted her calf. So we've got a little spot in the woods where we laid her to rest. And it's over here. We thought we'd share us cleaning it up with you. And yeah, just some of the struggle that we've gone through on our journey through these 2 years.
Losing that calf was definitely sad. It would have been our first bull born on the property. And it was a little black one just like its papa. He was a big black bull that Rosie was bred to out in Kansas.
I think Blackfeather is the name of the bull.
So, yeah. He was a cool looking bull. But we put it over here. And the weather's kind of gotten to this, and chickens got out yesterday and kind of been scratching in the dirt. It's pretty good soil. They really enjoy it. It's a kind of a compost mix. And last year we planted some wild violets that were actually growing right here on property naturally. Birds planted them, brought them in. So I put them on top of the little grave here.
No, she never took a breath. That's what we named hers. Rosie's Honey's Wild Violet. So it was a tearjerker of a moment.
Definitely.
For both of us. Had to carry her out of the pen with Rosie watching.
Yeah, that was awful.
But it's part of life, unfortunately. We'll get your spot all cleaned up, and a spot to reflect and think on, and take the good with the bad.
Our journey.
Yeah, fortunately this year, as you saw, she's got Miss Leah at her side. Scratches in her, had a calf, and we hope the best of her future and what she can add to our herd. So
she's put out some pretty babies, so hopefully her babies will produce well as also.
That's right. As Valerie had mentioned in a past video, Rosie is a descendant of Houdini, and Houdini's offspring have produced some buckers. So Rosie's got a son on PBR right now, or at least he was, bucking on the Velocity Tour. His name's Shazam, and he brings it. So we're looking forward to the future. So we're loaded up and headed into town. We got the mail, and on cue, our membership renewal from ABBI came in. I just have to say that Marlissa and all of the staff at ABBI has been wonderful to work with. For a couple of ignorant folks like ourselves getting into this industry, they couldn't have been more helpful via email or phone call. They've been more than willing to help us get the process started through registration or any other questions that we've had. So a big thank you to ABBI, and we hope to work with them for many more years to come. So thanks again.
Thank you.
So as a yearling, we tried to buck scratches a few different times. We took him to a place close by. We had a pen to let cowboys come out and ride some bulls for practice. we were fortunate enough that he let us come out. Buck scratches a few different times. He sure brought the intensity, kicked the lights out every time, frogs on his feet. I mean, he was sure enough a bucker, but he never would hook back in that spin for us, would he, babe?
No.
So we entered him in one competition in Arkansas, and I think he scored a 78, I believe, and finished somewhere low mid pack. So that's about all the money we put into bucking him in competitions, and we just banked on his children. So for the last year, he's sat on the farm and been exposed to our cows, and we were lucky enough to have Leah pop out this summer, and you know, we just keep our fingers crossed for our herd to grow, and we'll see what's to come. We did put a rider on him in February, I guess it was. It was fun.
It was actually Super Bowl Sunday.
It was on Super Bowl Sunday, so that's how we spent our Super Bowl. Instead of watching the game, we took him out to Carthage and we bucked bulls. So that was fun. When we turn the cows out here in the next month, we'll probably get into contact with a few people and see if we can get him some more training, someone with more experience than us.
He needs a little physical training as well, get some strengthening, being in with some other bulls, getting on a higher protein than what we should be feeding our girls.
Yeah, I think our protein is probably adequate for what it is. He's on a good distiller grain diet, but he definitely needs someone with more experience in exercising some bulls. It's just an area that we're ignorant at, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I need a mentor to probably help me along that path. So look for what's to come from him in the next few months or next year, as he starts getting exposed to more riders and arenas and being hauled, hopefully. So
he does stand well in the chute, so that is a plus, that we're already kind of on good level starting ground with that he's got good manners in the chute.
Another area that we've had an issue with is that we don't have any other bulls to pin him with, so he's always been cut off by himself. And if you are familiar with cattle, when they're by themselves, when they're alone in a pen, they're a little more hot to deal with. So he gets real hot. So we hope to get him on a truck or get him pinned up with some bulls at a place that they have some practice or whatever, and get a little more routine under his belt, and we'll go from there with it. So like I said, keep watching, and we'll see what's to come. Hopefully progresses along the way and just showcases what we have in our bloodlines and what he is as a bucking bull. So it'll be fun regardless, and we're just thankful for God, or to God, for the opportunity to be a part of this. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here. So
yeah, he's kept us safe a lot of times. He's provided for us. He's brought the right people across our path. We couldn't have done it on our own, for sure.
Definitely, the first thing I prayed for was for the people to come across my path to help us with this, and sure enough, that has happened more times than I can count. So through the Missouri Family Rodeo Association and through Mr. Vaught that lives down the road. He's the guy that helped us buck bulls and
let us borrow his bucking dummy. That was nice.
So it's been
We're still
great.
saving up to get one of those of our own.
But keep watching. Thanks.
What are you doing?